10. So thank you guys again for joining us. And today, episode 38, we're going to talk about debunking millionaire myths. And this is a really, I'm really passionate about this topic because I think a lot of times people don't go for it because they think that success is out of reach. And I'm going to give you a good visual on that. Let me get my handy dandy notebook. Anybody who knows me knows that this is how I operate. I don't have fancy calendars, and I use my phone, but I don't have fancy planners and this and that. I use a whiteboard and paper. So, hang on, let me draw a couple things. So if I said that here's poverty, and here's, low income, whatever, and here's middle class, right? If I asked you to come up and draw a line and said, where's wealth? The average person would come up and write it all the way to the top, right? All the way to the top. And this is why people don't go for wealth, because they think it's out of reach, where really wealth is right here. And let's define wealth briefly. I would say, the top 1 to 3% of income earners in the United States would be, I think upper middle class is defined as anybody who makes a combined household income of $250,000 or more. So I did some research on this a couple years back, so this may be a little dated. In fact, it's probably a little bit more today, but in a couple of years ago, I found out that 3% of United States households made a combined household income, meaning either husband and wife both working, or husband working, wife staying home, or wife working, husband staying home, that the entire household made income of $250,000 or more. There were only 2.7% of the United States households. So let's say it's 3% now, right? So 3%, and if you guys sat and through our amazing goal setting mastery last night, hopefully you got great value of that. If you did, go ahead and heart. For those of you who are waiting or haven't seen it, the recording will be up on our Facebooks later today, so stay tuned. It was a very large file and it has not been downloaded yet. For those of you who are watching this episode in the future at some point, I will make sure that also gets put on my YouTube channel, because goals are a big deal. We shared last night that 3% of people who make goals earn more than the 97% of the population who doesn't combine. So if you take all the paychecks of all the 97% of the households that don't make $250,000 a year or more, and you add all their paychecks up, they are still less than the 3% of the people who are in the top 3%. Why? The great separator is goals. But let's debunk some myths, because it's a new year, it's a new slate. You can have all the prosperity you want this year if you just realize you can reach it. And it took me not even 12 months, or maybe 13 to 14 months in my very first network marketing company to go from making, the income I was making in my job, to quitting my job, to building my network marketing business. And by my 15th month, I was making $35,000 a month. In fact, my first full year in network marketing, which was 2008, I made $314,000, along with my husband's income of well over 6 figures. So I was able to get from the bottom 97%, maybe even top 10% or whatever, into the top 3% in 1 year. So there's no reason to think that you can't do the same thing, right? Did I work hard? Yes. Did I follow systems? Yes. Did I, believe in what I was doing and have great mentors? Yes. There's many things. But the point is I think that people just don't ever reach for it because they don't think it's possible. So let's talk about a couple things. Number one is you need to make a decision. Now, a decision is something, isn't a belief or isn't a desire. A decision is saying, I'm going to do this no matter what, or until. I will succeed until. A decision to become rich. And just know that thought is the original source of all wealth, all success, all mental gain, all material gain, all great discoveries and inventions, and all achievement. Thought. That everything must be created in your mind before it is. So same goes for the wealth principle. If you don't believe you can be a millionaire and you don't start thinking like a millionaire, newsflash, no matter how you dice it up, you're never going to be a millionaire. So your thoughts must be of a millionaire thoughts. And, think about it, the technological advances, the speed at which we can do business today versus when Amway got started back 60 years ago. They had to write a check, mail it into the company, waited for the check to clear to buy their pallet of products, usually $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000. They get their product, they would sign someone up, they would have to mail their check in, the check would have to clear, and then they would get a commission. Like now you can sign up somebody right now. You could go to your website, sign up to be a distributor in your company. 2 seconds later, you can turn around and call someone from a different country, give them your link, and sign them up. Who signs someone up? You could literally have an international business within an hour, right? We are the first generation who can actually build a global business from their phone, right? So, I mean, don't take this for granted. So technology, there's never been a time in history of all times where there is more opportunities to create wealth than ever before. You know, we have been looking forward to the golden ages, these golden ages for years. They're here, guys. They're here right now. So if you're not creating wealth for yourself, you just haven't decided to. And I think after today that you're going to hear some stuff, then you're going to realize that you too can have wealth. And it doesn't have to be millionaire. Maybe $10,000 a month would be life-changing for you and would give you enough that you can have all that you wanted with balance and family time and everything. So, but don't get me wrong. I have lots of family time because I have been able to leverage my time and structure my days that allows me to be a mom of my 3 kids, a wife to my husband, and a friend to all of my dear friends. So, change creates possibilities, right? The internet didn't exist just how many years ago, right? I mean, I was in college, so 20 years ago is when the internet started. Look at your iPhone apps. You know, growing up, we had to have map books. We had to, and then, you know, then technology created GPS. And we had cameras, we had alarm clocks, we had video, you know, we had compasses, we had calculators. I mean, those are just a few of the things that now you have at the tip of your fingers with a smartphone. Voice memos, recorders, you know, think about it. Like you can, like encyclopedias, right? My kids will never know the burden of doing a paper and actually having to go to a library and look up some in the Dewey Decimal System. I want to hear a like if you remember what the Dewey Decimal System is, and a love if you have no idea what I'm talking about, right? So, the amount of time in which things are changing is greater than ever before, right? So let's talk about some millionaire myths, right? All right, get rid of the myths, and I love this. Not again. What happened? Somebody said not again. What's that? All right. One myth is that you must have a great education in order to become wealthy. Like you have to go to Stanford or Harvard or UC Berkeley. Now, I did go to UC Berkeley. That has nothing to do with my success. I promise you, I studied psychology, and now I'm in sales and health and wellness. I'm building a network. It's not even sales. Okay. Another myth is that you have to start off with a lot of money, that you must have, you know, money to make money. No. You must have value to make money. You can literally start a business with nothing. And someone's like, oh, that's not true. You can't. You can. You can decide that you need $500 in seed money to start a business, and you can go around to your neighbors and say, hey, these are the list of things that I can do for you. I can mow lawns, I can babysit, I can wash windows, I can wash your car. This is my price list. I'm trying to start a business. Can you help me? And I promise if anybody comes to my door and says, I'm an entrepreneur, and this is what I'm doing to raise money for my business, I'll let them wash my car, you know, or I'll let them wash my windows. I promise, right? And so you can create value. You provide value of service to somebody, they're going to give you money, right? So no, it does not take money to make money. It takes value to make money. Don't ever forget that. The more valuable you are, and I have a whole lunch and learn on that. I think it's what is money and how to learn how to make it. So another myth is that some people believe that financial success is dependent on getting a lucky break. Oh, and I apologize in advance. One thing I hate about the network marketing industry is that people perpetuate that myth. If anyone tells you this is a ground floor opportunity and you're going to have a downline built for you, you're going to make money while you sleep, run. You're not going to have to do anything to make money. You just sign up with me. You give me your $1,000 and it's going to happen for you. Run like the wind. The only time success comes before work is in the dictionary, people. It's not possible. You want to make money, you provide value, you learn, you work, you pay the price, and you pay the price in full in advance before you ever expect return. Okay. There is no picking a hot stock, or, that's a lottery mentality. Do people win the lottery? Of course they win, right? But you're talking about you have a 7 times greater chance of being struck by lightning than winning the lottery. And you have probably a million times chance greater of getting lucky in network marketing if you're not working. I have never met a single person to date that ever got lucky in network marketing, meaning they signed up, did nothing, and made millions of dollars. It's not there. All right, so none of these myths are true. That's the good news. A lot of people think money comes from money, right? No, money comes from value. Doesn't matter how wealthy your family is. That's a very small percentage of people. There's many people that come into money, new money, and lose it too. A lot of people also think I don't have the right upbringing, I don't have the right talent, I don't have the right look, I don't have the right education, I don't have the right personality. All BS. Bull, 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 bull. BS, 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 BS. Okay. You class to wash my windows. Thank you. My windows probably need washing. It's been raining here for 4 days. Okay, now here's some cold hard facts. In the survey, this is a few years back. I don't know when this book was published. I mean, within a decade. Brian Tracy, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, by the way. My favorite book of all time. So this is about 10 years old. 12 years old. All right, listen to this. This is a fact that I hope that you will never forget. Write this down. A survey of the member of the Forbes 400, which is the 400 wealthiest Americans, meaning first through 400 by income. In the United States, now this is going to shock you, found that high school dropouts in the group who made it to the list were worth, on average, $300 million more than the university graduates on the list, right? So, do you need education to make money? No. In fact, the high school graduates made on average $300 million more than the college graduates on the list of the 400 wealthiest Americans. Millionaire mindset is not deeply ingrained because you grew up hearing things like these are the long limiting beliefs that are ingrained in your culture. Money doesn't go on tree. My family's all been poor. We're destined to be poor. We don't live in the right town. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not a salesperson. I don't have enough time. I don't have the money. You hear things like money doesn't grow on a tree. You got to work hard for your money. Why do you have to work hard for your money? So your parents didn't tell all your life that you should just work smart for your money? You should leverage yourself with people and systems and time to create income, because that's what the wealthiest people learn. The people like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he was learned to leverage people and systems to earn money residually, right? That's why I love network marketing. It's an industry where we can work and create a residual income. Now, so the most significant and successful immigrant group that has ever come to the United States, this is very important, per capita in the United States is Russians. Now people are thinking, why? Why do Russians? They must have had some secret magic training back in Russia. If they can get here, why? Because Russians come from a system where it has been extraordinarily difficult to succeed, right? For all their laws and their, the way their government is. That when they arrive in America, they believe so deeply that America is the land of opportunity that they come here and they think it's easier, which it is. Mindset though, they grew up far worse than you, but their mindset is if we could just get to America, we can succeed, so they do. And they have more success than any other immigrants that come here because that is their belief. Their belief is, remember, whatever you believe will become. Whatever you think on the inside so greatly will become your outside, that they believe if they can get here, they will have success, and they do it over and over again. So the bottom line is there is no luck. There is one-hit wonders. There's people that have a big run. Think about all the songs that you're just like, I forgot about that singer, right? Think about, the one-hit wonders that had a great song or, a great season in sports and you never hear about them. There are those people in network marketing. I'm not one of them. I have used my, all of my training and my mindset to be at the top of 4 companies. Literally the top of 4 companies, doing $170 million in sales in a little less than 10 years. And still going and still growing and still using those principles because I don't have the mindset that is limiting to me. And you don't have to either. So, hard work is going to get you far, but you eventually have to get your mindset to caught up. You got to really truly believe that you can have that success. You got to really truly believe that it is possible for you to become a millionaire. You have to start thinking like a millionaire, start acting like a millionaire, start talking like a millionaire, start networking like a millionaire, start having the confidence. When I hear fake it till you make it, it doesn't mean be a fraud or be a poser. It means just say, hey, I'm going to start thinking a different way. Gosh, I just saw a great quote that, oh, so good. Oh yeah, to achieve something you've never achieved before, you will have to think in ways that you've never thought before. The hardcore reality is people stay mediocre because the opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is mediocre. They think that way because they have been so ingrained to think a certain way from the time you're born. Now it's deeply rooted and woven into our, even as parents, as teachers, as pastors, as coaches, as pop culture news, the themes in movies and songs, that we are taught to think like everyone else. And it's the people who dare to think different, to bear to think on their own and to design their life instead of letting their life happen. To say, doesn't matter where I came from, it matters where I'm going. I'll find the right mentors, I'll get the right attitude, I'll research. And becoming a millionaire today is higher likelihood than it was years ago. In fact, I'm going to read you another quote. There is a probability that you will become a millionaire today. In fact, 1 in family, 1 in 20 has a net worth of $1 million. This means that your likelihood of acquiring $1 million is 5%, which is really good. But it also means that your likelihood of not acquiring $1 million is 95%. But here's the bottom line is, anytime you want to make a decision to have a different life, remember, again, if you haven't seen our goal setting session, you guys really have to watch it. The decision of planning your life, everyone wants more, right? Everyone wants a better life, better health, better relationships, better body, more financial, less debt. But so few are willing to actually put a plan together to achieve it. And I'm telling you right here that no matter where you came from, no matter where you're starting, that any single person can become a millionaire anytime they want, if they start thinking like a millionaire, if they start doing things a millionaire does, if they start giving value, if they start learning and educating themselves. I did it in 15 months. It might take you 5 years. But even if it took you 5 years to become part of the 5%, isn't that better than spending the rest of your life mediocre and being in the 95%? Now, a lot of people say, well, it's not all about money. It's not all about money. For me, it's not about money. It's about impact. It just so happens that the bigger impact that I make, getting my products through the world and teaching people entrepreneurship, will earn me income. And that's great, because if you do what you love, you've probably heard this, if you do what you love, the money will come. And that's true, because you will attract the right people who want to do what you do. So, get your mind right. You deserve everything. And even if it's not $1 million, or what is it? $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, $20,000 a month? Is it giving back more? Is it helping more people? Is it traveling the world? I've traveled more in network marketing than I ever traveled outside of network marketing. So take out millionaire and think, whatever success is the progression toward a worthy ideal. Success is going somewhere that you want to go, that you have planned to go, and getting there. That is success. So hopefully that helps you guys. Again, don't forget to subscribe, youtube.com/create wealth with Tara. There's going to be 199 more episodes this year. I committed to 200 in 2017 minimum. So I hope you're enjoying. If you're enjoying these, please like, heart, and don't forget, please share them to your walls, because it's free MLM training. I'm never going to pitch my opportunity, my product. So feel free to share the value that I've had for 10 years and 100 plus books. I'm going to read another 12 to 24 books this year to continually giving you good, fresh content. And I want to thank you guys so much. Happy New Year, everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.